Good afternoon, my name is Kevin, and what in the world have all these medals around my neck got to do with the DDPY 2023 Positively Unstoppable Challenge? Well, let me tell you, every single one of these medals applies to a race I've done in the past, whether it is my very first half marathon, whether it is my very first marathon, somewhere in here, whether it is my first ultra marathon, whether it's the hardest race I ever did, one of them, 85 miles, whether it is a 100-mile ultra marathon, whether it is Ironman triathlons, other ultra marathons, all sorts of different things. They all mean very little when you step in to the crucible that is the DDPY Positively Unstoppable Challenge. And I'll tell you why, whilst I take all of this heavy metal off, because it jingles, it jangles, and it gets a bit annoying. So, in the past, when I went from nothing to running 100 miles, I had to become a different person. And unfortunately, over the years, I began to enjoy this a little bit too much. And this, of course, is red wine. And it didn't really do me any good, because what it did was put a lot of weight on me, messed my head up a lot, made me dependent on it, made me feel very low about myself. And this comes from a whole pile of generational drinking with my father, probably his father, various other things, and all of the stuff that goes with drinking to excess. Now, also, I'm in the alcohol trade, which doesn't really help, so I get easy access to an awful lot of this stuff. And what it's done is it's put an awful lot of weight on here. Now, obviously, when I was training to run big races like this, when I was training to do Ironman triathlons like this, Challenge Roth, when I was doing that, I lost an awful lot of weight. But the problem I realized was no matter how much I ran, swam, cycled, lifted weights, did whatever, I realized I couldn't outrun a bad diet. Now, what's happened is I've gone through a whole pile of stuff with divorce and moving house and meeting a new partner and changing my whole life and moving. And I've dabbled and played around with DDPY in the past, done fairly well, got some fairly good results. But the lure of the alcohol has always made sure that I've gone right back to day one. So this is going to be a major challenge for me. And I'll tell you the reason why. Last year, maybe the year before, don't recall exactly which, I did something called 75 hard, which is 75 days of 2 exercises a day, must be 45 minutes. One of them must be outside. You have to drink a gallon of water, you have to abstain from alcohol, and you have to stick to a diet. And I did it. Yay, go me. Problem was, when I hit day 76, it was, let's reach for the wine again. And it all went back to day one. Because what had happened was, although I became a man that was good enough to do 75 hard, although I became a man that was good enough to run ultra marathons, to do Ironman triathlons, to do basically things that most people wouldn't even dream of doing, such as running 100 miles. I mean, who the hell runs 100 miles? Well, I did. But that was a long time ago, So everything went back to day one. And I went back, I became an athlete, but then I became a slob. And this current version of me is the slob. This is the person with no goals. This is the person really in the deep shit when it comes to life. Because my business is basically about to go bankrupt. My life is in a terrible state. My mind is in a terrible state. And inside me is an athlete waiting to escape again, waiting to fulfill goals again. And I've written down some of my SmackDown goals. I'll just go through some of them with you. So the first one, the specific goal, it's got to be sobriety, because the DDPY challenge is for 6 months. So I want to be sober for those 6 months. And what a surprise, I started on the 1st of January. But in addition to that, I want to hit a minimum of 1,000 calories a day. That's working and using the DDP yoga. In case you don't know, Diamond Dallas Page, he's the wrestler. He created DDP yoga. And it's really, really good. You can check it out on various other YouTube channels as well. Right, so measurable. Obviously, I've got to measure that. The way I do that, have I done 1,000 calories a day? Have I drunk no alcohol for that day? And have I done a DDP yoga class for each day? Achievable. Is this achievable? Well, others have done it. Others have done it. You know, they've gone sober. They've done DDPY. They've done 1,000 calories. So if they can do it, so can I. Is it compatible? Well, currently, with my crappy life as it is, without having a work and jobs and money-making things, yeah, it's compatible. But I've worked it and I've thought about it in my brain so that when I get a new role, with the new mindset that I've got, with the sobriety that I currently have, it will drive me towards getting a better place, better position in my mind. Because if my body's healthy, my mind's going to be healthy. I'll be getting better sleep. I'll have more drive, more desire, more passion for life. So it is compatible. Now, keep it going. That's the important thing. Take the small wins. I'm going to be looking for small wins every single day, ticking them off. Have I done some meditation? Have I drunk enough water? Have I eaten a clean diet? Have I exercised? Have I walked? The little dog that you heard woofing, he takes a little bit of walking. Do it. This is called Smackdown. Obviously, each letter applies to a different thing. So yeah, I've just got to do it. Own it. Owning it is the important thing. Because in this video, I'm owning where I am right now. There's no point in looking back at the glory days. They're long gone. I'm not going to be running 100-mile ultra marathons. I'm not going to be doing Ironman triathlons. I've done all of that. That was back in the past. I'm owning where I am right now. I'm not financially stable. My business is in the toilet. My relationship, it's a little bit up, it's a little bit down, it's a little bit crazy. I never quite know what's going on. My mindset has been all over the place. My brain, because I had these things, this deep shame, this deep loathing, this deep inner hatred for myself. And that comes from a very toxic upbringing. Really, really difficult. Not going to go into it on here because that is another video for another day. But I'm owning that. I'm not being a victim anymore. I'm just saying it happened. I'm moving on. I'm going to do different things and I'm working on myself so that I am no longer that person who whinges and moans and says, oh, but this happened to me when I was a kid. No, I'm owning it today. Write it down. I've written it down. And then do it now. So here we are with my introduction video. I will be doing videos every single day to document my journey, or certainly as many days as I can. They may be YouTube shorts, they may be longer form videos like this one where I will try and teach and tell and show and help you in any way I can, because what I'm actually doing is helping me. If I can help me and I can inspire me, then hopefully I can inspire one of you. If I can inspire one of you, I can inspire two of you. And if I can keep that going with YouTube videos, with the weight loss that I've done, with all of the various things that I will bring in to my journey, if that helps you and it helps me, then great, I'll move forward. So one of the things I've got to do now, if you don't want to see this, look away. But there's no point in talking about challenges without seeing exactly where the body is right now. So as you can see, not an Ironman's stomach. Certainly not in any way, shape or form. This currently 41.5. Not good. So nudity, there we go, on my YouTube channel. But I want to be transparent. I want to show where I am. I want to say that my statistics are not good, my body is not good, I've got boobs that, I just don't feel good. I know my partner doesn't particularly like it. I certainly don't like it. And it is something that I am going to be working on. And I just want to thank you for watching today. Any comments, whether they're good or they're bad, or you think I'm a fat piece of shit or whatever, doesn't really bother me, because I am here owning my particular life, owning my particular position, and I'm not doing this to impress anyone except myself. Plus, I've got to document it for the challenge to show where I've come from to where I'm going to. So today, 4th of January 2023, I've got 6 months. I'm going to be doing this. I hope you've liked it so far. Subscribe! Why not? Just see if I'm going to do it. See if I'm going to fail. I will document, I will tell you all of the perils, all the pitfalls, all the things. I'll even show you some of the workouts that I've done. And I'll be honest with you. This is the thing that I do. I'm a very honest person. There's no point in lying to myself. There's no point in lying to others. It is the best thing. I will be real. I will be raw. I will be relevant. I will swear. I will shout. I will inspire myself, and I will inspire you, hopefully, to take on your own challenge. Thank you for watching.